yay. All right. Okay, so
Oh gosh.
today I'm going to talk to you about custom apparel.
Okay.
And when I say custom apparel, what I mean are t-shirts, hoodies, athletic wear that you as a private person could create and print through a website. So that would be like a website where you can upload your own personal design. So this is something similar that maybe you've seen clubs or sororities, just like organizations order their t-shirts through. So are you familiar with these types of garments?
Yes, I am.
Great. Okay. So Hanes, like Hanes t-shirts, is launching a new e-commerce site that is going to allow users to create their own custom apparel. So are you familiar with the Hanes brand?
I am.
Great. Have you ever purchased from a custom apparel site?
I have.
You have? Okay, great. What site did you purchase from?
I purchased from Custom Ink in college. We used to make our sorority t-shirts from that.
Oh, awesome. Very cool. Okay. And so you did it in college. Why did you choose Custom Ink?
They had a big presence on campus. They actually, they made it so that they had certain people as like liaisons
Oh, interesting.
with the, so they would like hire students
Mhm.
as a liaison. So the student would then approach the different organizations and be like,
Mhm.
oh, like I can help coordinate this.
That is really interesting. And so it was like people in your class that you knew that would like come to you and
Yeah.
do that? Oh, that's really, I did not expect that answer.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Okay.
It was interesting because they would just be like, we are working with blah blah, like if you have
Yeah.
any needs during the year, just let us know.
Huh.
Because sometimes there are functions that are difficult to do,
Mm-hmm.
and so it was very easy to like have somebody communicate.
Yeah. So did you only order t-shirts or did you do other custom?
Oh, we did t-shirts, koozies,
like everything.
headbands
Mhm.
were big back in that like neon phase. We did lots of stuff, yeah.
Okay, cool.
We did hoodies,
Yeah.
we
So
did fanny packs.
how would you describe your experience on that site or with Custom Ink in general?
The website itself, not awesome.
Really? Okay.
Why? You kind of would draft up your design, and then we would just talk to somebody else.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
would you go through that liaison person?
Yeah.
Okay. And they would like finish
"Oh,
the
this is-
design for you?
Yeah, this is like kind of what it's doing, but like we're struggling with this.
Were there designers that Custom Ink like had on hand that you could like use to?
I assume that the liaison did something with that.
Okay.
Like maybe they used whoever to kind of address some of the
Mhm.
issues.
Hmm.
Because like, you know, you can only move your thing within a certain box, and sometimes you wanted it at an
Yeah.
angle, and
Oh,
sometimes
yeah,
like
yeah.
you just couldn't do that on the website. So I'm sure that they somehow communicated it to whoever was printing it.
Okay. Interesting.
I think there was another website too, Design something that we used.
Hmm.
I don't know. We used like, it depends who's t-shirt chair for the year.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
have friends on campus is that they're
Yeah.
gonna talk to.
How do people like? Is that like a coveted position? T-shirt
Yes.
chair. Okay. Yeah. And people like campaign for it.
Yes.
Interesting. What like makes you eligible to be a t-shirt chair?
Your like design aesthetic, I suppose.
Ah, okay.
Like, cause you have so much say into what the shirts are like, and so
Yeah.
for us, like people really, we create so many shirts. You want it to be a creative aspect to make unique shirts between the years. So
Mhm.
like somebody was like super beachy, then like a lot of the stuff was kind of in that vein.
Sure.
So yeah,
Interesting.
I don't know how they would just kind of the group will kind of decide like, oh, we prefer that person's. It was a voting process.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. Like, was there anything in particular that you remember either about Custom Ink or about any of the other sites that you like really liked about the experience?
I feel like being able to upload your own icons or pictures of some sense, recoloring.
What do you mean by recoloring?
So maybe like I uploaded it in a white,
Mm-hmm.
but like the shirt's a different color, and like maybe I can change the color of it, and I kind of fit it to whatever I want the shirt to be.
Okay.
Because sometimes like the picture you have is one format, and you don't really want it to be exactly the same. So
Makes
being able to
sense, yeah.
recolor your fonts or your icons or anything like that.
Even on the on the image that you've uploaded?
Yeah,
Okay.
because that's generally like I'll have like specific design, but it won't be like exactly matching the color scheme of
Sure, yeah.
the apparel that you're wearing. I think that that's big. I think being able to like manipulate, because I think a lot of the websites kind of do keep your fonts within one. Like, oh, they can only go here. But like, if you're able to like kind of move it around.
Yeah.
You know, like in PowerPoint, how you can
Yeah.
turn a word. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like a lot of the websites don't have that.
Okay.
We love the numbers things on the back for sororities, like their names and their numbers. They're the,
Do you have numbers?
yeah, for the year. Your first class year.
Okay. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So
Okay.
like that was really big. All of like we always had themed stuff, so anytime you could kind of like use the theme or incorporate that somehow. We also did like there was a phase of like double layer stuff where you're like we were sorority that was navy and light blue, so we had like the
like flip. Yeah.
so like the details
Huh.
are the nicest
Yeah.
part, I guess, because you can just change it around.
Great. So let's imagine that you, at this point in your life, are in the market to purchase custom apparel for yourself, and you plan to purchase it online.
Okay.
So, is it something that you would like to design, like do the whole design of your own T-shirt, or would you prefer to choose from like pre-selected designs?
Both.
Both. Okay. What would be like the deciding factor as why you choose your own design versus using a pre-set one?
I suppose I would like to look at the preset ones to decide if they actually have what I want, and then if they don't, shift to a pre-design. Shift to like my own custom design. I just find that sometimes you don't have the tools that some of these websites have to create your fonts and all these sort of like cooler things.
Okay.
So like that's like a really nice aspect of the pre-design.
Mm-hmm.
And if they have it, I'd love to implement it. If they don't have it, then I would have to figure out a way to kind of take a picture of it and upload it.
Yeah.
I guess, or something.
But you'd prefer to be able to design it, like, in a perfect world, you'd want to be able to design it
Yes.
yourself using the design tools that they have.
In a perfect world.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So what features would you expect on a website that would allow you to design your own custom apparel? Are there any features that you think are deal breakers that they absolutely have to have?
Yeah, they have to have like, you can select different types of shirts or different types of products. You have to be able to change your colors and manipulate your colors. Yeah, I think if they don't have some of those things, then it's just like, why am I going to your website? If they don't add variety. Because you don't always, you want to be able to use the same website every time, so you don't have to learn how to learn the different like
Yeah.
functions. So
Yeah.
you want to like start with one that you think you could use over time. So if you're going to do like a V-neck and they don't have V-necks or whatever.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Would you be interested in ordering custom apparel that had like school design, school logos, but you were also able to add your own design features around those logos?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Is that something that you've seen
Mhm.
before?
Yeah, so like normally they'll like, it depends on like the type of, whether it's copyrighted or not, whether the school lets other people produce it or not.
Of course, yeah.
And we ran into that also with the sorority stuff.
I'm sure, yeah.
But it would be really great to be able to incorporate some of those things. Obviously, I think that it's not out there
Mhm.
right now. People come up with like different metaphors, like the state of North Carolina for Chapel Hill. and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you were able to incorporate it into our school logos, that's like powerful.
Awesome. Well, good to know. So now we're going to move on to the next part of our research. So if you can open up Internet Explorer, it should already be open at the bottom. So this is the Hanes Inc. website. This is a beta site, just to let you know. So it doesn't have the full functionality yet. It's a little slower than it will be when it's fully launched. But we wanted you to have the opportunity to sort of click around and look at it. I'd encourage you to sort of look at the homepage first. Go ahead and sort of just narrate out loud what you like about it, what you expect to see on a homepage like this, and sort of what your eyes drawn to.
I like the lifestyle stories that are happening in this It does feel very like appropriate because you're clearly targeting high school and college. The marketplace does feel, if this, I'm assuming means like older age groups. I'm not really sure what that means. Maybe like jobs, like if people are making like a charity event and it's not really associated with either of these two. Maybe that's what that means. I don't know if that term
Okay.
is quite right. But this feels young, so that's good. And very lifestyle story kind of thing. This is nice because it kind of tells you exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
Good. It's unclear whether you're designing it or adding design.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that kind of the step process to kind of try this.
Okay. So if you go back to the top, I'd like to invite you to create your own shirt
Oh,
on
fun.
Maine's Ink.
Okay.
You can click high school if you want, but I would probably suggest you click college.
Okay, college.
Yeah. And you can select, I know you went to Wake, so you can select Wake if you want,
Yeah,
but
that's
you
right.
can also do UNC. I hope they have the Wake stuff up. Oh, good, they do.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so feel free to select anything you would like.
This is legit. This looks like what you buy at the student store.
It probably is.
That's awesome.